Gamers, hope you all had a nice little afternoon so far, because now it's time to watch anime protags frantically air dash all across the screen. So, we are Bounty Hunters, a first to 7 competitive show event for Guilty Gear Strive on PC, and we will bring you 6 matches from all imaginable skill levels from the EMEA region tonight. So welcome to the roller coaster ride. From here on out, for the next couple of hours, it's gonna be yours truly, combined with Lerkuss. Howdy, gamer.
Hello. It's very nice to be back. I had a very good time being out in the UK. I actually got to meet some of the people from the scene that I've known. Some of the ZBI members that are from there at locals, which was a very cool experience. I don't have a lot of experience actually going to local events, so it was very nice and happy to be back.
Yeah, and
showing my face around.
UK is a really good place to go to if you're about Strive, because there's such a big Strive scene. Not just the Strive scene, but UK has a very big fighting game scene overall. So
yeah.
Definitely a place you want to take your fighting game holiday, potentially.
You know, apart from the very expensive alcohol at the bar we were all hanging out, it was a very good environment. Everyone was super nice, and just got to play some games. I got to try out a mix box for the first time, which is that takes the cake for weirdest way to control a fighting game. I think.
What's special about Mixbox, or what's different in Mixbox compared to Hitbox?
So the Mixbox is, the buttons themselves are just they're just fight stick buttons for the attacks, but for movement you use basically keyboard keys, like you would have W, A, S, and D. And it's strange, because I have played on just keyboard, when times were tough and I had no other way, you make do. But having this kind of weird in between of between a hitbox and a keyboard is very strange, but I get it.
It's kind of been a long time coming, because a lot of people have been in the same predicament, or not just because out of necessity, but also because they just they learned to play fighting games on keyboard and kept doing it. We've had some really talented keyboard warriors on our scene as well. To name one, for example, Lerkuss is it's really nice that you have options for, I guess it's a little difficult to just bring your keyboard, because like normal keyboard is not necessarily the comfiest thing to carry.
Also, it's not compatible. A lot of these locals happen on consoles, and consoles don't inherently work.
Right.
They don't inherently work with consoles, so
it's a really important point.
Yeah, it was certainly an experience to try it out. It was funny, but I don't think I'd use that personally.
Yeah, or at least if you're already accustomed to another type of controller, it'll take time to get used to that. So unless it serves some sort of a higher purpose, then I guess you don't want to really switch.
So has Guilty Gear historically had any techniques that were easier to do on hitbox type controllers, so stickless layouts?
I guess I think usually the argument is, do you have characters that force you to use stick? If not, then you can use whatever. And I guess inherently, like, Hitbox has that. I think there are no characters that favor Hitbox layout, but overall, in general, like, Hitbox does have an advantage, because like physically moving around lever takes, couple of extra fractions of seconds compared to pressing a button, is the argument. But I guess
inside of it, when you have a buffer input buffer working with you, it's probably ends up not mattering them I was just thinking because, you know, I come from Tekken originally. In Tekken, there's some techniques that people do say are easier to do because of how you can abuse SACD to interact with the inputs and get certain movement tech coming out more easily. And I was wondering if Guilty Gear in the past that anything like that had ever been found.
Right. I don't think so. At least it's either the community just doesn't use those type of controllers a lot, or just, you know, Guilty Gear in general doesn't really get inherent advantages for certain types of controllers. But that is a good question. A question which I can't really answer thoroughly.
I should research that.
You should.
Oh. There you go. So someone's saying Exit has hitbox only tech?
Oh.
What is that? Okay, what is that? While we're waiting for our players to get ready.
Are you ready?
I'm curious now.
But yeah, I was about to say that, you know, we have a no top tiers allowed event tonight, but, you know, you could argue that characters like Kai, Baiken, Gio, Mei, heck, pretty much every character on the roster tonight could be considered a strong character still. I guess the contrast is not as stark when you don't have to stand next to the guy who has the shiny Ferrari, or, you know, a very potent Happy Chaos, or Ram, or Nago, or, you know, you get the gist.
We get a fair amount of Nagoriyuki representation here in Bounty Hunters, but, you know, the other top characters, Happy Chaos and Ramlethal, we don't actually see them here that much. We see a lot of the ones that people consider to be worse. Obviously now Goldblue, since the changes, is probably definitely not just a random low to mid tier. I don't think. I think people are agreeing that Gold Lewis is a lot spicier of a character than used to be.
Right, but just how more spicy? It's still like, I think, you know, there's not enough like public talk about tiers yet, or like educated opinions yet, but, you know, wait for a couple more months and the community might come into, you know, a little bit more to unanimous opinions about the tiers, I guess, is how it usually goes.
Also, generally, we've not had any sort of big events since the patch. We had Combo Breaker, that happened just as it had come out. So I'm not really going to count that, since obviously, you know, a patch needs time for techniques to develop and people to get used to what has changed. But I think that generally, Evo is when we're going to really see opinions shift. If we see a lot of people not picking the things that right now people already consider to be the best, if we see people going with unorthodox characters, so to say, and do good showings and showing off different stuff that you can do, I think we're gonna see a big shake-up. But yeah, I'm excited. Evil's almost here. Evil's always a good time to get together with friends, watch it, to see what's going on, see people play some good fighting games.
Right.
I'm excited.
But let's get to here and now. Our first competitors, Deknud and Game, are pretty much almost ready to go. So Germany versus Cyprus. Little did I actually know about Game's origin lore, because, you know, for the duration of Bounty Hunters, they've always been signing up from the Netherlands. But turns out they only go to university in Netherlands.
Yeah, I was also surprised to find out they were Cypriot, which really, really surprised me. But yeah, these Gamma and Deknud are both kind of mainstays of the show by now. They've been doing a lot of random select matches, and it's interesting to see now. You know, Gamma's even wrapping it in their in-game name, but it would be interesting to see now the the way that it has affected, you know, playing those random select, the way that it has affected their character choices, since we're seeing Gamma on Anji, which is
You want the real origin lore though? You ready for this? You can't spell Germany without many. And many are the characters for both of these players.
Yeah, no, Deknud also foregoing the typical Jacko play. Bring out the Kai against Gamma's recently found Anji, who got a really reasonable amount of love this patch, especially with the changes to positive bonus. A lot of the strings that you can do are a thing I hope to see today from Gamma.
God, right off the bat, I'm so impressed with Gamma's ability to just jab Deknud out of the air from those flip kicks. I think they're like 3 out of 3 so far.
Oh, and just as you say that, Deknud just manages to go in, break the mental stack, and go for 2 walk-up grabs in a row.
Oh, that's right. The 2P now. The 2P didn't use the combo for Anji, but now with the new counter hit, you can actually go to 2K. That's kind of nice.
Oh, really solid Vapor Thrust, getting the counter hit.
Oh, speaking of counter hits.
Yeah, fighting those hits with the 6P this time gets the conversion to end the round, but yeah, Deknud's just kind of spacing themselves out and using 6H quite a bit. Very good neutral tool for Kai, gets a lot of reward out of it, and it reaches very far. Oh, look at this. The spacing, trying to play to Kai's extended hitboxes due to having a sword, you know?
Oh, another really great pop on it. And throwing it in the right direction. Here we go. Corner. Why managed to pick it up?
Oh, the close slash gets stuffed by the grab. So Gamma's able to escape for a bit. Now, just slowly, patiently, you know, inching out of the corner. But Deknud doesn't want to let that happen. Finds a hit, gets the conversion into the wall stick.
Oh no! What happened there?
Oh, was that a misinput?
Oh, the jab does it. One interesting point earlier, so Gamma tried to dance through the super fireball earlier. I think, in general, Anji's dance, the spin, is not like super strong against fireball
when
characters.
you're seeing a gold burst? It can be, depending on spacing, because obviously it's just fully immune to projectiles, even super spools. Like, speaking of the spin...
This is basically what you want to do. You want to spin their like heavy buttons if you can, and not let them the ability to recover, but those fireballs often recover before, you know, you even get to spin. Oh wow!
Deknud dancing a little bit in Gamma's face. Gamma just kind of holding it, letting Dek play around with the meter that they got from the gold burst.
That was probably the most next level shimmy I've ever seen.
It was the Guilty Gear's most patented version of a shimmy. Deknud actually being able to land fast enough to get a punish with the throw.
Nice, a classic.
Guard point.
Put them in block stun and just get an airtight 5D when you have the last pixel to go.
Deknud already going for the burst, just wanting to go back to neutral, being confident that they can win neutral. And yeah, look at that 6B, the elbow of the king.
Even though these are sub-characters for both these players, you can see the footsies. Everything just seems so deliberate.
Oh, really solid 2H. Oh, unfortunately, the wall break's just too early for full conversion to take place.
It's definitely
walking up and grab it.
Yeah, one of the nice tools you can of course use universally. You think they're gonna spin, dash forward, get the throw. And downside is that the startup of, you know, Hoojing kinda looks like spin. So yeah, like that. But I mean, you gotta have some way of, you know, mixing it up as Anji. Counter hit 2B not converted, but this will be into the corner. Deck has so much meter though. But are we gonna get to use it?
Yeah, Deknud has a lot. It might just be about to drop it. We'll probably just get the RC here. 5D tap but doesn't get anything off of it. And now, yeah, hitting the guard point, it's an unfortunate amount of hits done.
I think at
Oh
this
yeah,
point...
I had to mute there. There's someone just ringing their car horn non-stop outside.
Toot toot! Ooh, nice!
Solid contest. Finding the gaps, you know, Gamma just super conscious about where all of these gaps are in deck strength, in the pressure. And again, with that, you know, even if that was a drop, with Anji's really good conversion ability, any sort of stray hit can go very far. I don't know how much you've seen Nocturne play. Nocturne's Anji is very good at that exact thing. Just any sort of hit being able to be hit confirmed, really solid parry for the round win, for the game win, putting Gamma on the board with 1 point.
Yeah, and you really don't need to parry with that super strike. Touching a fireball is okay as well if they are in range to be tapped by that initial hit. So it kind of works okay against, you know, close range heavy fireball. Okay, for instance, from Kind.
Oh, catching the backlash. Deknud this time goes for the gold burst instead, which gives him a lot of meter. He's now going for pressure extensions, you know, saving a bar. Solid grab once again against that spin.
Wow, what a whip punish there!
We're just seeing both of these players play at their maximum ranges for their characters. Solid grab. Oh no, nice, yeah. This is a punish. And it might just kill. No, it does kill with the red RC afterwards. Very nice. Very nicely spotted from Deknud.
You know, I had some doubts because these are like sub-characters that maybe these players didn't have, you know, their everything on point. Maybe they didn't have the matchup knowledge, but this seems like high-level Guilty Gear. Ooh,
yeah, the close slash still lingers enough to catch the deck after the backwards drift. And yeah, now, Gamma's just playing this slowly, playing this carefully, gets pushed up by the charge fireball, but finds a 5P. Now deck trying to get any sort of hits to finish this off.
Again, super good matchup knowledge. You touch the spin, you got a RC.
That was a really good RC. Slowing deck's recovery down to then be able to get an extended punish window. Now, this is Gamma's advantage, even if it's very slight. These trades in the favor, goes for the overhead and catches deck. What was Deck trying to go for there?
I wonder if Deck was trying to dash for a throw. Maybe they thought that was the startup of a spin.
Potentially, yeah, because it was the Kara cancel the Ujin into the overhead. Yeah, but now Deck is just getting free reign to put up some corner pressure here. Got the shock state in.
Wow!
Yeah, but a solid trade works in Gamma's favor. Deck is able to pick up after it. Converts into the wall break.
Oh, that should be enough. Yes, indeed. Deck secures themselves a 3rd point here.
It feels like a very deliberate game from both of these players. You know, there's a lot more thought going into it. Like you were saying earlier, you know, especially for people playing their sub characters, seeing this much deliberation about, you know, specific matchup knowledge is very good to see.
Yeah, because Guilty Gear tends to be a really big information game. Some people don't even have the matchup knowledge on their mains yet.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with a character, with both of these characters actually. These characters have changed so much in the last patch. I'm getting a little bit of lag. Hopefully I don't get a spectator D6.
Fortunately, no. Hard knockdown from Ko. Oh, but that will definitely line in a sinker.
Oh, that's the saddest bit. And good on Gamma for just being patient with the punish, because I've seen a lot of DP punishes in my time just whiff to people trying to go for them too early, and then the DP crosses up. Look at this, just the Anji corner carry, catching the back dash with the overhead. Break the wall.
little premature and no meter. Could still... Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're
Last
gonna
ditch
see a
effort.
dragon install. Man,
Threshold.
this is very dangerous, you know. Deknud might be super low on the health, but look at how fast Guy can move. Look at the Footsie's capability that the King has right now. Wow, really solid.
You know, I do
Blowing down
really...
the attempted jump B.
I really do wonder how much does the Dragon install modifier, you know, account to the matchup? How much does the matchup actually shift because of that? Or is it just like a, you know, just a little bit of extra damage?
So from what I have been seeing, you know, Kai is already a very solid character, especially since the patches, you know, definitely complete. Oh, really
Nice.
solid burst blade from Deknud. Unfortunately, doesn't get the full conversion, and on the reset, Gamma's able to just go back to blocking the grab. Oh, finds the hit. This was just really solid conversion. Unfortunately, that red RC penalty on the meter gain doesn't allow Gamma to go all the way across the screen.
Oh, tried to double it up, I guess, with a better conversion, but ends up costing Gamma.
Yeah, that was... I think that was greed, and that was greed absolutely not paying out. Even still, Gamma's just playing this very patiently.
5K?
But the 5k anti-air...
Of course, it's like... Kai 5K has been one of the most... I don't want to say memed buttons, but every single Guilty Gear version, it's always Kai 5K. How does it hit from this particular angle? It just seems to always work. It's a classic button.
It's the knee, it's the knee! You know, you have the elbow of the king, now you have the knee of the king.
Right! God, that king has some joints there.
He's very jointed. Oh, solid 5P, and manages to get a conversion off of it due to it being an anti-air. Oh, unfortunately doesn't get the extension. And there it is!
We talked about
Just what
that.
I was talking about that earlier! Oh, unfortunate. BP cross-up.
Nice read, the IAD. That's a lot of stuff dropped for Gamma. I think that was only like a three round wins that they dropped there. Super tragic.
Yeah, especially on a character like Anji that benefits so much from you just being able to convert off of anything, you know. He is a character that has the potential for these massive health swings off of just stray hits, and seeing Gamma get these drops is really unfortunate.
Yeah, they do say that like one of the only like super strong things about Anji is the damage. So for a character like that, you really gotta deliver when you get a chance to do it.
Catching on the overhead, 20 frame overhead, very reactive.
Alright, Deck doesn't get anti-air this time. Remembers all those 5Ps, Oh,
Solid block, has to spend meter to make that not a dangerous situation, but even still, is still being put into the Anji blender.
I can't wrap my head around how accurately Gamma is able to, you know, defend with those Avara buttons. They just have a really good sense for it.
He has a lot of experience specifically against Kai. I don't know how transferable, you know, the button knowledge is and the gap knowledge is between Anji and Axel, Gamma's typical main, that, you know, you'd be able to retain a lot of the information of where you're allowed to press, and being able to kind of go with that knowledge and just apply it so effectively to your secondary characters. It's very useful.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Oh, yeah. Forces the burst out. That could have been tragic for Deknud. It could have gone all the way to the wall.
Another
Probably
good
would have
Avara.
gone all the way to the wall. And Dek, out this time, not getting caught up by the overhead, managing to react to it.
No counter hit on that heavy hit, but this could be big. Has the 50 meter.
Breaks with the Sacred Edge.
Oh wow, that was a setup, but
Ooh,
Gamma not faced.
unfortunate. Yeah, Gamma's just continuing for it. The health deficit means nothing when you've got a winner's attitude.
Wow. He can RC this into good blocks, but in the end, Deck did spend 100 meter there, but it did give him, you know, you could kind of force your advantage there by spending that. So maybe a pretty good meter investment at the end of the round.
I mean, if it wins you the round, it's a good investment.
Yeah. When you only need one more hit, I would spend 100 meter to get a guaranteed interaction on my advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of advantages...
Oh, look at that 6B hitting right at the edge. It could not have been any more forward. Deknud now also comboing into the Dragon install, hitting OTG and being able to maintain pressure off of it.
God, look at that chip damage! That's so much!
That is danger.
Prime opportunity to use it. Wow! Look how far it goes! I've never seen Stun Dipper in Dragon install. That was from downtown. Just that like... I don't know what attribute that was. Maybe it
that is what we call a footsies button.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Deknud here trying, going hard, needing one more round to go into the match point. And yeah, just going for the jump slash into Gold Burst combo. not combo, but setup. Rather.
Nice DPs, the Kara overhead, break the wall, spark it up. They have the debuff state. What's it gonna be now?
Oh no! Tried to go for the cheeky, fully charged 5D on wake up and gets punished. Now Gamma equaling out the health. Deknud, I think here just waits for the meter, wants to go for the Dragon install. Dragon install is plus on block. I don't know if you know that. You can do it at the end of the block string and be completely safe, but that ends up not mattering as Gamma does manage to find a hit and take the round.
Yeah, Gamma's gonna realize here that this is a super important round. It's if Dek gets the win here, they will have massive advantage for the rest of the set.
Yeah, being on match point is always kind of difficult for both sides. There's the pressure of, oh, I just need to win one more game and I'm done with the set. And that can really hamper how you're playing. But the other side of it is true of, my opponent just needs one more match. I need to make sure I don't mess up, and then that stress can get to you. So being able to get yourself that buffer to keep going can be very invaluable for the mental game. But with that said, Gamma's not gonna have that benefit anymore, as Deknud goes up to 6 games won.
A really late 6P, but still works in Deknud's favor. Catches Gamma on the landing. You would really need a super deep hitting button to, catch 6Ps like that. I think Kai has a pretty protected 6P hitbox as well. Or hurtbox, rather.
Oh no, tries to go for another Gold Burst, and this time it just goes out the window.
Wow, the patience, the super long dance. Oh. Signs of life here.
Gamma going all the way to the end of the screen is the one to do the run-up grab this time. Doesn't want to let Deknud have all of the fun.
There's so much firepower here. Oh my god, it just runs and gets the throw. Yeah, you know it.
And it's going to be the OTG hit, and once again, man, those extra hits do so much for the frame advantage. Oh no!
This time it's Deknud who pays with a combo drop. I guess it's some sort of karma. I guess karma is the wrong word. It's just, splitting the cookies 50-50.
Yeah, it would have to happen at some point. Everyone drops from time to time.
Yeah,
we're only humans.
The thing is, like, what separates, Sunday players and top tournament players is the consistency with which they drop.
Exactly. And look at that, Dex finding a hit from the grab into RRC and converts it into a combo that gets the round win. Now only needing one more to close out the set. Gamma in the danger zone, in the red.
Set point, potentially next button could end your run here on the first matchup slide. Gamma's got no counter hit there.
Overhead, finds a grab. Tries to do projectile Oki, but doesn't have it in them.
Oh, doubles it up! Into an overhead. And Gamma gets the chomp in. One more hit to stay alive. Oh no, he does! No! That's
That was... Yeah, once again, putting him on the danger zone. Because these, you know, the spins can be really solid.
I think that was the sequence that Gamma was looking for in one of those early matches, but that time I think Dek didn't actually have a burst. But yeah, I'm gonna steal that. That looks fairly universal. You know, drifting forward on that jump in hit when they have a burst and getting out of the corner.
Yeah, we're starting another potential last match with just some very honest footsies. Gamma already getting a wall break, finding some momentum potentially. Hopefully, it's not too late and Gamma still gets a real chance at this set, but it could end at any moment now, and Deknud now just not taking any chances, going for the dragon install, trying to use it to get the win. Gets hit by the overhead, unfortunately.
That was important.
And this...
Oh no!
I was about to say, this is the end of the round, though. And it is, but...
That was interesting, because you can't RC out of the hit stop of the spin, but Gamma still played a RC at the end there, turned into a blue one. Oh no, too far!
I think it's specifically to try and catch anyone going for a slightly slower option, attempting to punish that spin. It could be very valid mix. I'm not familiar enough with Anji play to be able to tell you exactly.
Spent the 50, force your turn, and this positive bonus is still ticking. Dek, oh my god, already like 100 meters. Sometimes you end up forgetting how ridiculous that positive bonus is when you break the wall. And set point again.
Yeah, once again, Gamma is on the uphill battle. Maybe the pressure works to their favor because, you know, so far it's not been going that bad, but Deknud is still not letting up.
Ooh, good presence of mind, yeah. You touch that spin, you gotta back out of it, RC. Oh, wait, was that a burst bait? But Gamma didn't have the burst quite yet. Uh-oh. Oh, it's making a burst!
Oh no! Oh, what an unfortunate way for the set to end.
Understandable though, because that was a big starter, so Gamma had a lot of damage coming in, and at that point, it was destined that they have to burst, but when is the best time to burst? And that was not it.
Yeah, but then, you know, on the flip side it's when would you be bursting if not then?
Right.
Sometimes you just have to burst because you don't know when your next chance is going to be to do anything.
The eternal struggle, the RPS for when can I burst?
Especially with some of the characters, you know, characters like Nagoriyuki, for example, that have such overwhelmingly burst safe routing. It's very hard to identify when it is that you will be able to have a, you know, the chance to be bursting.
All right, that was like some of the best sub-character action I've seen for a while.
Definitely.
And on to the next set now. Ecstasy Baiken versus KS Gold Lewis.
Oh, KS, you know, ever-present name in Bounty Hunters at this point. Some of our mainstay Gold Lewis representation. Gold Lewis, almost a mascot of Bounty Hunters at this point, with how loved he is, the big churning boy.
And KS, one of the most active one of them, and it rings true. The more you play the game, the better you are at the game, and KS, with their, you know, journey on Strive, they've gotten so much better every time I watch them. I tend to say this for a lot of players, but, you know, once since you spend so much time casting some of these players, they just grow on you so much, and Chaos is definitely one of those players.
Yeah, they grow so fast. Seeing certain players come back, you know, weekly or every few weeks, and seeing the visible improvement that they have, you know, put in the time to get is very nice to see. It's you know, always good to observe the community growing and just being cool. Just playing fighting games, just enjoying stuff. And getting better.
You know what else has been growing when you look at Baiken? Anyway, the match.
Her frame advantage with the latest patches.
Yeah.
You know, Kavari being Escavari being 0, or even plus actually.
Yeah, it's plus now.
It's such a useful tool. You weren't thinking of anything else, right?
Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking.
Speaking of any kind of indecent thoughts, you know, KS has just gone on and just bonked Extsy's Baiken with a perfect round 1. Certainly kind of a show of dominance from the Coffin Boy.
I like that, giving away the real estate to avoid the drone. And here we go, Extsy's first time to mix it up.
For the double overhead, trying to find a low. 6B gets a hit, refreshes the better now.
Get married again.
2B. And now you're in the plus frames. Actually mashes out the super, but yeah, no. Gold Lewis is super in advantage there. Will just be refreshing pressure with the drone, but Extsy actually finds a grab into more pressure.
Oh, interesting situation. The tether was still attached, so would have pulled KS into the Kavari. I'm very patient neutrally. Oh, there's the new button 6 heavy. Not so much a button in previous patch, but definitely a tool here. Speaking of new tool, 6B now works like it should be.
Yeah, the way the visual for the hand grew so much is even bizarre. Although I do like that they visually represented the buff very obviously.
Yo! Jump kick! Nice! You know, these are two characters have some of the best mix-ups in the game. Like, you wouldn't think like the mix-up character of the game being Gold Lewis like initially, but this guy has some really grindy stuff.
Yeah, if they're tall and blonde and swing their stuff around, that's your mix-up character. It might not be Milia, it's Big Milia.
Oh, don't you dare to jump out!
Oh, that's a lot of pain.
Yeah, Ecstasy wanted to play so bad that round, but KS just saying no. Alright.
And now Ecstasy is just saying, you've been misbehaving, I'm gonna put you on a leash. Tries to do some plays off of it, but yes, you know, with the presence of mind, knows when to press, knows when to go for the advantage.
Ooh.
And now this might actually get... That jump just wins?
Are you kidding? The button is nutty!
I saw the super flash and I was like, oh yeah, no. Chaos is definitely getting punished for that.
Yeah,
and then...
Because that Zanzu hits pretty high up in the air as well.
It does. Now Extsy's really going for it. Oh no, unfortunately, crosses up. The second cross up takes the round.
What an adjustment! Drops the combo and immediately goes for a reset mix-up. Left, right. Yeah. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's the necessary awareness to not drop rounds like that.
Alright, the
Very
parry.
good on Extsy, and now unfortunately being put against the wall, against the drone. Very rough positions to be in the matchup, you know.
Oh, I like this.
This drone does a lot.
Oh, I think they can bait here.
Oh, that was... Oh, the drift backward against the parry, and then punishing it. Really good, and then grabbing the attempted wake-up parry.
There were so many layers in that situation. So Ecstasy wanted to punish the super with a parry, But because KS had 100 meter, that might have not been the best course of action because they could obviously cancel.
I guess the hope is that KS would have needed to... would have been too far in to then be able to RC before it would actually hit. But no. KS just had the presence of mind to still go for the RC and not get carried.
Very high
jump heavy. Hitting
the spot! Just
Got
churn
a
it!
whiff punish churn.
Hey, I mean, if you're being comboed, you might as well churn, because, you know, if they drop your combo, this is what you might get.
Yeah, just have those 1080 inputs in the buffer for whenever, for a rainy day.
Alright, KS finding their turn, switching sides. Extsy getting it back in the corner, 50 meter available. Nice catch on the backdash! Ooh, very close to bringing
wall
it.
break, yeah.
Nice, and a little tap from half screen.
That's the safest option, you know, just throwing it out full screen range to be safe, just trying to fit. That's all you need to win the round, that's all you gotta throw out. You know, no need to get any fancier than that.
Yeah, because
the parry now.
Cover is also disjointed, so it would have probably tapped a Behemoth Typhoon as well. Ooh!
Yeah, and Goldblue, you know, at that range doesn't have much that he would have been able to do to punish. Potentially going for the minigun with some foresight.
Oh, that was brilliant! Not the biggest punish, but we got the momentum going.
And with a 5D red RC, unfortunately dropping, but the trade works out.
Alright, we got Extsy on the board, and I think other names are inverted. No. We got them right. Alright. So, 2 KS, 1 Extsy. Wow, what a 2P. And here it starts. Wait, how did that jump deep whiff? Or I guess you gotta use the jump heavy instead if you wanna cross up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the burst baited. Now you're really gonna take it, yes.
Cross up to Tommy.
I didn't block that.
Doesn't get the full conversion, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, and
that's
the
smart.
whip punish gun. Gun super as sort of a neutral tool is my favorite thing to see, and it's the thing I've noticed. You know, Vikings are doing more and more as time goes on. Is just, you know, sometimes just taking that win. You know, I might be using 50 meter for it, but it's definitely very worth it. For the kind of reward you're able to get.
Yeah, it might be pretty safe in this matchup as well because of Goldblue's poor air mobility. They might not, like, if they hard rate it, they might not be able to air dash over it still. Oh, this will catch.
It? Oh, yeah, that's 6K. Too slow.
Oh.
And the blue RC slowdown into the cross up. But KS still finds the hit to not lose.
Ooh, nice pickup. Potentially needing only one more. Yo,
That jump D. 2 jump Ds in a row, just hitting it at the very tip.
Nice. Yeah, it's really the jump D is one of the backbones of this character. It's kind of where the game begins, because, you know, on the ground, you're very slow. A lot of characters tend to sort of control the flow on the ground. So jump D, really the jump in RPS is where, you know, some of your options tend to start from. Alright, this time blocks correctly, but we're going for another one. Nice block on the empty low.
Oh, that jump D beating the downwards trajectory of jump slash. But still, KS is still kind of between a bike and in a hard place. Here, Tommy finds a hit. Extsy converts it into a round victory.
Yeah, really good sequence, being able to keep KS in the corner. Jump D. Yo, the whiff punish on 2S. Yeah, Viking has like very, like, deceptively long range with some of her options, of course. The heavy kabari, as well as too heavy. Pretty decent whip punish potential.
Yeah, too heavy, 2S, jump slash. He even moves like her far slash is, you know, not to be underappreciated in terms of range. Really solid pickup from KS. Keeping Extsy back into the corner, and that just killed.
Hell yeah, KS bringing that ace card tool in. Whenever it counts the most, 2 rounds now gained with that. I don't want to say gimmick, a trick is probably the better word.
The FGC term is tech.
Tech? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, tech.
It's just a.
That's gonna be it, Ryan.
Yeah, that can absolutely kill. Oh, yeah, but no, between drone and the which jumping almost? Is that jumping slash or jumping heavy? I always confuse which one is the spin and which one is the coffin stab.
Yeah.
In any case, that was such a wall of pressure there that Extsy just would have had to respect. Because if you stay on the floor, you have to hold the drone, you go into the air, you have to hold Gold Lewis swinging a coffin at you. Yeah, forces the burst out. Extsy just does not want to go for free. KS, once again, finding these hits with, oof.
That's the 3rd time. Spots the opportunity to go for it, and it has been working out. You sort of...
It's very fast. It's super hard to deal with, especially when you're in the slowdown, and KS gets to just go for it very quickly.
Right, I think
look at that. That's what I was trying to say. The 2 key hits KS keeps getting so on point. Just knowing when to mash it.
Oh, chance to come back.
Yeah, Extsy really does not want to fall behind, wants to put up the pressure, gets a re-grab, reapplies the tether. And once again, 2P.
I was about to say,
gap.
I couldn't I couldn't, wait, look at the tether! What the fuck is happening there?
Oh?
That was kind of funny. It's like, when they get jacked by the aliens, you're still tethered?
I've never seen that.
Wow, I gotta go back and look at that.
I need to go and see what other round victory poses may have some funny interactions like that.
Alright, but the sense of urgency is now... Ooh, that wouldn't hit right. Yo, it still hits!
It hit directly above. Oh, the drone covering this. KS gets it here. Yeah.
I mean, if Jump D could do it from the front, surely Jump Heavy will do it from the back. It's kind of like Extsy trying the same trick that KS used in the right corner, but it just doesn't hit quite high enough, unfortunately.
Oh, and now getting the hit into PRC, just opting to go for the reset and getting Okizeme with the drone. I think that worked out for more damage, rather than just going for a full conversion that ends in not a lot of potential for a extended pressure. Now KS is just one hit away from taking another game and going into step point.
Ooh, alright.
But Extsy is just putting in the effort, going for the cross-up low, but KS has plenty of time to see it coming. Oh no!
Extsy had such a good run that round. But in the end, it all comes... Look at the fucking tether! Dude, I can't. I fucking can't. Something falling objects. But yeah, Extsy will really have to turn up the heat now. It's gonna be 6 straight wins to come out victorious. Yeah, that's... Ooh, alright.
Oh wow. These trades?
Yeah, I like that. Backing off, like, you're gonna take a lot of progress towards the negative penalty and give away a lot of real estate, but drone is just that kind of tool that you have to respect it. Very nice footsies there. 2 heavy going under 6 heavy from KS.
The walk-up grab. You know, getting the tether advantage now. I'm surprised, you know, all of these tethers, and KS still hasn't done anything specific about it. Oh, does Extsy just get the round quickly? Yes, they do. Going up to 2 points on the chase again. Just precarious position once again. Second set in a row we're seeing where someone's playing from behind. Look at that!
If that's not footsies, then nothing is.
I was so scared. I saw that burst coming out and I was like, oh no, is that gonna hit? Thankfully it did. Thankfully for Extsy it did, but it would have been so unfortunate. Once again, the startup of 2H getting caught up by that sweeping typhoon.
This should miss, right?
Yeah, and the whiff punish almost gets conversion off of it.
I really like that. Now that was the only whiff punish that, you know, Extsy could have gone for because they double jumped.
Very interesting use. Oh, the 2P, such a button.
Okay, is he gonna end up stealing it again? No way!
That was robbery. That was a messed up meaty? Question mark? Or the late? All I know is I just saw Extsy with the parry and KS taking full advantage of that.
Oh! Wait, it's still there! Yo, that's some okay. And now potentially on the verge of getting knocked out.
Extsy here on the last chance, needing some of that, you know, anime protagonist power to not get taken out, making full use of all they have. Puts a dent in the health deficit, but there's still a lot to go.
100, 50 used.
Oh,
yeah, set it up. Here we go. The last mix up. Yes!
And gets it. Okay, but even still, KS just needs 1 round at this point. Extsy needs to win this one. Make sure that they have the tiniest bit of a buffer before losing. Or potentially losing, rather.
Uh-oh.
Yes, going on the offensive. Gets the grab.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a drone coming.
Oh, punish? No punish?
Solid blocks from Extsy. Using all of their meter to FD and just barely getting it out of the corner. 6P finding the hit. Now once again 1 hit away from death, and KS gets it.
The drone was active. It's I don't want to call it object permanence because it happens to the best of us. It's like you gotta do something in that situation and not just land on the drone, but you know, it do be like that.
Sometimes it just do be like that.
And KS extending their win streak. You know, we gotta make this guy lose. Sooner or later. This can't go on forever. Alright, moving on to the next matchup, we got a finish mirror. Big thanks to Diibu for standing in on a short notice, as the previous player Goliath couldn't make it here today. Anji versus Chip.
Mankind knew that they cannot.
Another matchup you don't see very often because, you know, these two characters not the most represented in the scene. Diibu really as a character, not as a character, as a player, they're really strong at running their, you know, running their stuff. If you let them unleash the beast, if you let them do whatever they want, they're extremely efficient at going at it. So let's see if Vahvaloac can break Diibu's momentum.
Yeah, it's very interesting because, you know, Chip, I've seen, you know, quite a bit of Zin playing Chip. That's essentially the only Chip player I tend to regularly see out here in the scene currently playing. And it's a very interesting character to see play because, yeah, you get sequences like this where Vahvaloac is just going for it, getting so much good pressure out, but obviously it's at the cost that you mess up. If your opponent guesses correctly on your pressure, you might just be going home because you die very quickly. Solid jump from Diibu, avoiding the leaf grab. Tries to go for a walk-up grab, gets countered by Vahvaloac.
Oh, the second overhead! What is this, Milia? Spent the RC. Oh, they saw that!
Sees the burst is coming and blocks it. Solid overhead? Solid overhead. Yeah, no, it was overhead. One of us.
Oh, nice catch the landing!
Diibu seems to have a really good presence of mind to block the stuff that you know, Chip is trying to do, but there's a lot of interactions that you need to guess correctly, and eventually you're gonna get messed up by the speed at which everything is happening.
Duel 1.
Chip really is that kind of a character against who you really gotta challenge a lot, but I think the real knowledge comes from where are the best places to challenge.
Unfortunately, it was a hit on the ground bounce, so Diibu was not able to get much off of that overhead.
Oh, the second the butterfly staying on the screen, and the second it actually catches Vahvaloac on the landing. But not very phased. Oh, wow, wait, that confirms? I think that was a counter hit, right?
I was wondering if Vahvaloac was gonna go for the reset, but no, just opts to go for the full damage double, breaking the wall, and then needs one more hit to get the kill here.
This is a steal! The presence of mind to press the button there. It was Vahvaloac's pressure, but Diibu going for the button predicts that Vahvaloac's swing is gonna miss and takes the round. That was brilliant.
And now Diibu already half health from round start, forced to burst, but comes back with Adventures with that 6
Oh my god. Might be
into a DB punish. That could very much be death. And if not, it's just a hard to deal with 3-set situation. Yeah, Vahvaloac forced to burst at the very last moment, has one hit to spare. So, well, this is once again just anime moment. Can Vahvaloac pull this through and not get taken out right here? Brings it down to a final interaction from a massive disadvantage.
Nice! Puts
2S.
It's really like you gotta do stuff like that against Chip quite a bit. Just put a good button out there and let them run into it, because like you're not gonna react to their run a lot of the time from like mid-screen ish. Oh yeah, the second hit is coming still. Alright, Diibu scoring a decent jump in, prompting Vahvaloac to go for a burst. And now, what's it gonna be? Heyheylo. Just go for the blast frames. Waiting for Vahvaloac to potentially
Look at
themselves.
that risk! Not that it might matter because it's Chip, but
Wow! Vahvaloac with solid, iron hard defense. And now on the warpath to take this round back.
In Nerves of Steel, you have to have such good composure in that situation when the risk is piled up, when your health is already so low from the chip damage, to just keep your cool mind and know that your time to press is going to come and not pressing prematurely and getting hit.
Yeah, especially in this patch when you can't see or fuzzy block the overhead anymore. It's just like straight up 50-50. Is it gonna be high or low out of some of those Fujin cancels?
Oh, grabbed back into the corner. Look at how much that health has gone back. The blue RC doesn't slow enough to give Vahvaloac a chance to get out of the 2S. And now, oh, Gold Burst. Unfortunately, doesn't get punish on Cole. does grab Diibu back into the corner. And this is the very last chance that Vahvaloac has to try and take the round home.
Oh my god!
Solid dash backwards! Oh, but the 2P finds its way in. Diibu takes the second point.
Alright, in the lead. I guess for the first time in this set, well, we only played 3 matches so far, so duh.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright, and it can only develop from here on out. Yo, the leg! Yo, the footsies! Suddenly, the slugfest turned into some telegraphed, telekinetic footsie buttons.
Unfortunate burst into the corner here. The Vahvaloac's being forced to hold it. Got a hit on those plus frames. And yeah, it just spelled the end of the round. Right then and there. And yeah, Anji, as you were saying earlier, you know, really a high damage character against someone like Chip who takes even more damage than everyone else on the cast.
Yeah, really pronounced.
You can very much feel it. It's just 2 or 3 interactions, good interactions, and you can just have it kiss the round goodbye. Oh, but now the Rin. Oh, Cole rather.
He lacks the critical information, can't anti-air before Cole actually recovers. A lot of the times, unless you have a really high-hitting button, you gotta go for it. Yo, wait! The challenge there!
Hello?
On the Alpha Blade!
Gets the conversion fully into the wall break.
The
Really
knowledge!
good amount of damage.
But Vahvaloac is not done. Here's the cross-up. Where's the next hit gonna come from? Vahvaloac unfortunately doesn't have the 50 meter yet, so can't do tricky stuff. It is available now, though.
Oh, dives down into the gold burst.
Oh no!
Tries to go for the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Gets punished out of it, but still, the gold burst gives the meter necessary for the stray hit RRC to...
Diibu had the right idea, FDing that Bunky Messai out, but there was no follow-up, no punish. Oh, nice, yeah, good punish.
Yeah, and still taking Diibu over to the neck, to the other corner.
Should be, yeah, I was about to say that's a lot of damage on the wall already, so don't get to do the full slashes, unfortunately. Nice, the jump D.
Diibu just playing in the sky, playing in the air, trying to avoid those Alpha Blade grabs. We got a little splash action.
Yo, the Bunky Messai actually catches the backdash!
Yeah, with that much meter, you can just kind of go for the super, and then if your opponent blocks it, you just RC and they're safe. And Vahvaloac equaling out the score.
Damn.
Mankind. Duel 1.
All right, 2-2. Yo, that's a leg and a half. You know, against a character like Chip, who has very decent buttons for exactly the range of round start, it can be kind of hard to challenge on the round start. Oh, the jump out doesn't get Diibu anything, unfortunately. Again, the wall is already so damaged that Vahvaloac just doesn't get to do the full damage.
Oh, that distance to Rekka actually punishing Diibu's attempt to go in. But even still, Diibu finds the hit. Even at low health now, putting Vahvaloac through the blender.
Nice
Forcing
read.
the YRC out, but it's not enough to take Diibu out just yet. Another YRC into the parry.
Yo, on top of it.
No.
As soon as their advancement was interrupted, just straight into the parry super. Oh my goodness, that's a big counter hit. Yo, Chip with the 50% plus. Damn, they really do shit out damage in this game. Even the pixiest of them.
I mean, Chip can do really respectable amounts of damage. People laugh a lot at what Chip can do, but you know, given the correct circumstances, sometimes you just kind of get ruined.
Yeah, if you get the right hit. Speaking of getting the right hit,
Yeah,
the situation completely equalized.
Yeah.
Now Diibu's...
This is what we were just saying earlier. You know, Anji really does have a lot of damage.
Yeah,
And
you're
yeah.
right. That's a lot of small hits.
A lot of small
killer.
hits.
What is that? Does it kill? Really?
Oh, no way. No way that doesn't kill.
That thing just ain't what it used to be. In Exert, Chip just had so much finish potential with meter, but this game it just wait, where is it?
I'm sending that over to Sajam.
God damn.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
I guess you did lose the kunai super, which was the primary source of, you know, getting the last multiple hits out of your opponent. Looking the 2S, waiting for Vahvaloac to potentially run into it.
Yeah, force the block, go in the air. That's gonna leave you with a lot of block stun up until you land. A good air grab. Chasing after Diibu. Just remaining on the offensive. If you're gonna die to one hit, regardless of what you do, why not just go and be aggressive? Ooh, catching Diibu's attempted grab.
Oh wow!
Look at that, equaling out the pressure with just a lot of small hits, not getting any big hits to convert off of.
Wow, still
Unfortunately, I think that was a drop, but the low Rekka finds the hit to kill.
There we go, the RPS develops. Last time, used the 5k, now Vahvaloac going for that big call out. Doubles it up, hop forward, ooh, alright.
Oh?
Potentially wanting to be safe against the burst of Vahvaloac.
Oh, going for the grab.
Super costly, because Diibu did use 50 meter for that parry super as well.
But even still, Diibu just holding on and going on the offensive. Tries to go contest the jump 2k. But Vahvaloac, sorry. Just getting mixed up with that name. Still manages to find a hit and get the game win. This is such a close set so far. It's just been going back and forth.
That last hit kind of puzzled me. Was that? I thought that Diibu was spinning there, but I think that was a startup of Hujin instead. Because it didn't, you know, didn't get locked into the animation, huh? Wow, the alpha plate's actually missing!
Oh no! And the burst going just too high up to be safe, but fortunately for Vahvaloac, Diibu isn't able to get as big of a punish off of it.
Again! Wait, I've never seen the diagonal alpha plate whiff so much. That's a big punish.
It's, yeah, that is just an unfortunate scenario. Getting that whiff, which I don't. It's just hard to gauge, really.
I guess you just
Solid grab. Sent it to the corner.
Oh.
Jump kick, actually sending Vahvaloac out of the pressure scenario.
Nice read there from Vahvaloac. Knew that Diibu was gonna go for the throw. YC, yeah, immediate YRC. Not your turn. Nullify the situation, keep the corner. And now potentially the last mix-up. Jumps out, but no punish yet.
No, unfortunately, yeah, small hits to get the final combo, so the wall doesn't kill. And even still, just a little bit of spacing.
The last hit there, I wonder if Diibu chose too slow of a button there to go for a punish. Vahvaloac, it kind of looked like that was a punish on spin, but Vahvaloac actually able to get a backdash out in time. Lots of risk. Ooh, raises the spin on the way out.
Yeah. Oh, it's a solid punish on the Fujin, but doesn't get anything off of it. Finally lands the solid hit needed, but Diibu still had burst.
Oh, that's gonna hurt a lot. That was a lot of risk. Oh, drops though.
Fortunately for Vahvaloac, doesn't get the full combo. I think that's the biggest thing to be thankful of. Vertical Gamma Blade, Alpha Blade, rather, ends up whiffing.
Full speed.
And look at that kills. Yeah. That absolutely kills. If it was the other way around, probably would have killed, but can't compare Chip and Anji's defenses to one another.
Yeah, although Chip does have the coveted five guts, but
still is,
you know,
has just about, I think it's a 1.3 times modifier on defense. It takes so much damage, it ends up equaling out to being the most frail character in the game.
Wow, that was pretty fast. That's an Anji round.
I was like, oh, I could take a drink of water between these games, and I end up just missing an entire round.
Diibu, how dare you speedrun it when the commentators are drinking water?
It's very warm. Oh, and now DT punish.
Oh no, he's not dead!
Not dead. Manages to alpha blade away, but the grab on landing just takes it. You know, virtually that was a double perfect. You know, that second round, Diibu just took a very minimal amount of chip damage.
It was a cool attempt for an escape Tatsuya. Diibu was just on top of it, reading the alpha plate and dashing, getting a punish. Oh, okay. A lot of these, you know, command hops have gone actually unchecked by Vahva. I think they've been able to get out of exactly one of them, so it's no wonder that Diibu tends to double it up so often out of the Hujin follow-ups. Nice timing, that was so perfect! Right as Diibu's coming out of the spin, and now little hits, but last time it didn't kill. How about now? Nope.
Yeah, no, now there was even more health in play.
Okay. I was waiting for a moment. It's like, just don't extend yourself in that follow-up. Don't get hit by the super, as it's already whiffing. But Vahvaloac chooses one of the most safest button for the chopsticks heavy. Alright, good gold burst. We have a lot of juice to play with here. And this will not deal anything.
But another overhead hit doesn't convert anything out of it because of the lack of meter. Vahvaloac is able to get a DP out of the corner and actually goes corner to corner, sending Diibu through the wall and getting positive bonus. And then that Cole hit, the classical hitbox. Really solid air-to-air move.
Now, finds a 6p into a quick conversion. Rekka 1. And Vahvaloac very, very close once again. It's only a couple of games apart. And Diibu's not even on 6 yet, so we have a lot of room to develop here still. Wow, that leg, that 5k! I wonder, does it call out like bar slash from Chip?
Vahvaloac's just getting hit by these overhead, the overhead Fujin follow-ups right now, which is a bit unfortunate. So much more unstable. That's the third one this round, and that just takes it. Another perfect for Diibu's side.
All right, the juice once again is there and finds the hit as well. It's gonna be at least half your life, and then some gone. Oh, that was it. Decent.
Yeah, half of your life is a very generous way of putting how much damage Vahvaloac just lost, but that's not making them stop. Oh no, I was about to say that's not gonna make them stop going on the offensive, but unfortunate. Going on set offensive ends up being what costs their life.
Yeah, that one tool that sort of is very unique to this character, kind of same way as Bike, and when you have that 50 meter, you just force them to potentially structure their offense very different. Yo, that was a nice whip punish. Unfortunately, no counter hit, so no follow-up. Vahvaloac still following it up.
Yo, gold burst is in play. And that gets the punish because of the RC slowdown. And this is going to convert into a lot.
I think those gold bursts have really been what swung the momentum. Diibu able to get like 3 or 4 gold bursts in a row every single game, and having access to that meter that early to the round. One hit will basically put Chip on like checkmate position. Speaking of checkmates,
checkmate position.
Yeah.
we are now on potentially the last round of the set. Yeah, no, you're right. Diibu's just been attending the Noctron school of Anji gold bursting and doing a lot with the meter that they keep getting.
Honestly, gold bursting just so necessary. High level, you know, ability to perform in high level. Oh, here we go. This time a counter
I
hit.
think the skills, yeah. Vahvaloac kind of clinging on to dear life here. Once again, you know, we had the set was very close at the start, and Diibu's just kind of ran away with it. Hopefully, Vahvaloac actually manages to catch up a bit. Playing uphill again. Another set we're seeing today where someone ends up in an uphill battle. But the whole hope is not lost. Diibu does have a burst to work with.
There's a lot of juice and more coming in from the tension
Pops
bonus.
Vahvaloac
so
very close to
smart.
getting their own. Yeah, pops it as well. Solid hit. Does this? Oh no, drops it.
Oh no, please don't tell me. Alright.
Okay.
A little lava tap on the way down. Baba still alive somehow. 65, not too bad. We can still do it.
Mankind knew that they. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Wow, it's like it's exactly how Satsu, the resident chip master in the chat, used to or said earlier. Anji just has so good buttons, maybe one of the best buttons in the game for interacting with Chip, and it really does show.
Yeah,
Especially on those round start situations.
And with that said, there was another, you know, just very swift perfect from Diibu. We've seen, yeah, what is it, 4? The set? It's quite a few. And now Diibu's just putting themselves in a position of just wanting to get this over it. Going for the end of the set. Gets hit by the DP, but has the burst to get out of it and put Vahvaloac back in the corner. Grab an OTG close slash. Finishes out the set.
That gold burst, or sorry, that immediate burst screamed, you know, I'm gonna take the set right here. I don't care if it's a good burst or not. In fact, it is a pretty good burst. You basically put them back into the corner position, hunt for that last hit. Diibu just super deliberate, got the run there's job. Had a lot of, I feel like, I'm a little between whether that was just raw matchup knowledge, but Diibu able to get a lot of really good challenges in some of those RPS situations out, not succumbing to the onslaught of Chip too much, because you can't do that. You gotta challenge. Chip is a character that bleeds a lot, and you know, characters that just shit out damage are, you know, prime examples of you know, candidates who want to challenge in a lot of those RPS situations because of their rewards.
You stand to gain a lot more. You know, when you're doing the risk assessment of should I try the Abare here, you have to really be conscious of, you know, how much would you lose. You know, if Chip hits Anji is, you know, one of the more defensively sound characters in the game. So getting hit by Chip probably won't be that bad. Whereas, you know, if it works out for you, you get a lot bigger a reward. So potentially just worth, you know, trying to contest, especially when you have such good buttons for it.
All right, but next match, Scatter from Portugal, Geo player,
Yeah, one of my locals.
up against Taco Slider, aka Momim from UK.
Yeah.
You know, Geo, how do you feel like this matchup goes as an Inno player?
Yeah, so I was about to talk about that. It used to be just very regarded as, you know, the definition of a 5-5 matchup, but you know, there's argument to be made. Obviously, I'm about to say this just as Mamin gets the the perfect first round, but it is potentially now, with all of the recent changes, a disadvantageous matchup for Eno, but still potentially just very fair. You know, even if it is disadvantageous, it's barely noticeable, so it's probably just even. I think the biggest issues would be that arrow kick, Suvon, is actually just a way stronger tool now, and Eno's kind of tool for dealing with it, the stroke, is been made worse, one can say, in this patch. So it potentially damages how this matchup goes, but even still, I think the changes to Geo's 2D more than make up for it in terms of good points for Eno.
I feel like that last conversion from Mamim was such an ambitious attempt to make a cool conversion where it was almost there. Out of a 5P, jump P. Fortunately that didn't hit. Right?
Solid hit on the cross-up there, Scatter. Yeah, Scatter's a player who... Now, I've seen play a fair amount, both here at Bounty Hunters and just generally playing throughout the MEA events. And Scatter's someone who plays footsies really deliberately. So I think, you know, Geo's such a good fit for him.
For sure.
And that's sad now. Mamin here being able to be in a corner position. This is where you want to be as Eno. Scatter knowing when to press 6B, finds the hit, and manages to get the kill and take the first game of the set.
Yeah, Scatter really one of those players who grind it up. Playing almost every day, streaming almost every day as well.
Yeah, definitely on the grind set, aiming to be one of the better players on the EMEA region, and I think definitely he's achieved it. He's done a lot of very reasonably decent showings, lots of top 8s in weekly events. So I don't think anyone can deny that that Scatter's a good player. Now here, you can be as good a player as you want, but when you're faced with Eno mix, there's no such thing as being better. You're just lucky or unlucky. Ooh, solid 6B. Yeah, so Chemical Love against Giovanna just doesn't hit standing at all, so the 6B is even better since you get to just use it for free and punish the extended hurt box.
It really goes with her like seemingly low posture. One of the like smallest characters while standing up in the game.
Yeah, it has basically the hurt box of old Faust, where Faust had that weird kind of crab walk position in older games. Giovanna's kind of the same, and just like in old games, Chemical Love would just not hit standing Faust because of that posture. Giovanna in Strive is that character, especially considering that Faust in Strive has learned to stand up.
And it really is a feature against, you know, characters who have a crucial tool that you would love to use, as you know, would like to use their Chemical Love for sure, but
oh yeah, that's just death. That super already does so much damage, and Mamin didn't have that much scaling going into the wall. Just
on top of the self buff that Geo gets from just having meter available on their bar.
Oh yeah. I think, yeah, Mamin going for the intentional drops there just to reset the situation and get a guaranteed wall slump, avoiding the grab.
Oh, this time slumped a little too high.
Chasing it with the stroke the victory though, which is a you know, interesting thing to see, because obviously you can't guess, you know, people can hold the direction to tech in a way they choose.
Right, but
I think, wall.
I think people tend to by default tech forward unless you've shown them that you're, you know, particularly chasing that tech. And speaking of which, I've seen more and more players do that, where they high wall slump and then let the opponent tech and try to chase it on the way down.
Yeah, I think in, you know, older Guilty Gear games and other anime fighters that have a lot of stuff to deal with teching and how you can, you know, roll and get out of after combos and after knockdowns, and Strive doesn't really have that. So it's interesting to see that the way people have been interacting with the wall now is sort of changing, where people aren't always going for the wall breaks, even when they wouldn't get slumps. Solid hit with the 5D, you know, when it deals enough damage just to kill, you can just go for it.
Mamim on the lead, 2-1.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Yeah, it's like it for it. Ooh, the classic.
Oh,
sliding under.
the Daru special. Especially after 6H hit, you can just go for the for stroke very safely, and even with the recent changes to how high burst sends you, in a lot of situations, stroke is such an aggressively low-profile move that it will just let you bait the burst.
How much do you lose in terms of value for, you know, if you weigh between going for that stroke burst bait or something else?
I mean, typically, if you do get a hit off of 6H, stroke is the natural combo from it, so it's just doing what you're normally doing is a burst safe route in that scenario.
That's very nice.
It's very convenient. You don't have to think about it that much. Exactly. Oh, the solid 2S hit. Yeah, Ino's 2S got made a lot better with the patch as well, so definitely helps out in those situations. It's a move that goes so fast, a very low profile as well, and you know, really powerful poke move. And you saw that, you know, Knuckle Slider just getting the conversion out of it.
Oh no! Potentially had a whiff punish there with something faster, but ended up going for the DP, and now Mamim. Nice interruption. You know, just like Chip, one of those characters that you just don't sit and still and do nothing against. You gotta be very active on defense. When she comes with a air dash resets, you better be ready to 2P or 5P.
And we just saw 3 grabs in a row, you know, two from Giovanna and then a solid grab from Mamen to get out of the sticky situation in the corner, and actually putting Scatter in the difficult mixed situation. Going for the wall break, getting a really solid amount of damage, positive bonus. Punished on the way down.
Ooh, good timing on the burst. Sends Scatter towards the corner. Oh,
was that a clash? Was that a clash and then the multi-hit ended up getting the win over the clash?
I think so.
And now Scatter making the most out of that, avoiding getting hit by the 5H, but gets hit by the charge dust. And Mamin gets the game win, goes up 4 points.
I'm still hung up on that clash. That's much more pronounced in Exert, where you have danger time with the clashes, where, you know, the character who goes for the multi-hitting clash initiation, they actually, like this, usually nothing that the opponent can do if the multi-attack next part is coming, because that's basically the fastest button to come out, because there's usually like frame or two between the hits.
Yeah. They should bring danger time back to Strive. I think it would fit just at home in this game.
I think a lot of people will think differently.
Well, it's not about making the game healthier, it's about making it more funny.
Yeah, I mean that was exactly behind the reasoning of putting danger time. It's just really fun for spectators, and it makes for hype moments. But
for sure.
A lot of competitive gamers don't appreciate RNG.
You know what? I think that's very valid, but you know, as someone who mostly spectates Exert, it is a funny mechanic. Really solid air grab on the stage reset there. Really like bizarre looking hitbox, because it grabbed the startup of the crossover kick. But yeah, no, Ito's ability to just dash up and air grab on that wall break is really good, because a lot of people will try to get out of certain setups just by jumping on their wake up, and I've personally gotten a lot of it, gotten a lot of value out of hitting those air grabs there.
Alright, Scatting getting their momentum back and loses it immediately. In a very precarious position, that's probably gonna be enough. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, no, the biggest issue is of playing against Eno is just momentum is everything. The moment the Eno player kind of bypasses neutral and knows how to get in and run the mix, you are in the danger time yourself. Eno wins so much from just being in a slightly advantageous position. Look at that grab! Where the moment you identify how to get through, and the burst bait. Oh, I think that was a misdirected heavy stroke input. I think everything's okay. Okay, and there it is. Mamin just finding the hit, putting themselves in set points very dominantly against Scatter right now.
Everything's okay as long as you're Momim, because this is starting to look pretty grim for Scatter.
Oh, I think.
Connection hiccups.
Anyway, well, both players are starting this without burst. I think Mamin is completely fine giving away a little bit of advantage at the start. Make sure that the game's running smoothly. Considering how far ahead, look at that, once again going for the chase. But this connection is definitely being spotty.
Yeah, a little unfortunate timing for us to get the connection issues at the very potentially end of the set. Scatter obviously still potentially has a chance to run it back, but
it's once again, as with all the sets today, it's an uphill battle for sure. But even still, that's not stopping him from just going in, getting a solid hit, now being really close, taking the round, actually being able to get it with that jump H, jump backward. A solid option. You know, Giovanna's jump H is so good. Actually gets a second hit if you do manage to hit it, so it can continue combos really, really well. All solid. Contest of the step dashes. Yeah.
oh, the 2S! The footsies!
And now, oh no, just one hit away from losing the set.
And
Mamin
there it goes.
finds the grab, takes the victory. Yeah, no, we can only assume, so because of the way spectating works, we can only assume that the connection might have been spotty for them all throughout the set, and we only see it when it's really bad and actually freezing the game, because, you know, if there's anything going on normally, we might not see it if it's just slight rollbacks.
Well, after that first game, or a couple of first games, Tackle Slider, aka Mamin, just took off really fast. And it's not like Scatter couldn't put up a fight either. It was, again, that classic one more interaction at the end.
Oh, apparently it was controller problems that were causing the freezes. According to what Scatter is saying in the chat. It's just unfortunate that happened, but yeah, it was still...
Of course that's not good, but I think that's better than having lag spikes.
Yeah. Unfortunate nonetheless, and yeah. That was a really good showing from Mamin. It's a very difficult matchup to get used to. You know, I completely understand Scatter's position. I in my time playing, you know, I've seen a lot of people really struggling with the matchup because it's not entirely obvious what you can do about it. A lot of it is just kind of having to guess, and the way you deal with the matchup is learning to avoid getting to the guessing scenario, right? And yeah, now we have a very classic matchup here: Sierra Vice versus Rygand.
Yeah, these warriors have met once, but it was very early to the lifespan of Strive, and I think at that time Sierra Vice was still playing Ramlethal.
Yeah, because Sierra was a Ram player back in Exit as well, which is completely different character to describe Vahvaloac, especially when I was watching some of Stale Devil's Exert content and Dara was playing there. So much interesting stuff that she can do in that game, but yeah, she's not on the screen right now. We got Rygand, May versus Gold Lewis from Sierra. That's 6, no, it's not 6-8, 5. Finding a hit, Rygand. Solid jump dust for the round win.
Yo, the battle of 5 heavies. May, of course, has the classic 5 heavy on a counter hit. Absolutely deletes the opponent. That was from half screen. Is it just me, or has May, you know, gained... Whoa, wait, what was that? From the backside. And Sierra by saying, you're not the only one who can just, you know, delete life bars in a flash of an RC. This is not quite gonna kill. Rygand doesn't have the crucial 50 meter. Speaking of 50 meter, yo, blocks on the right side. Oh, is he still recovering? Yo, there it is!
Oh my lord, that I did not know what I expected there, but that was such a, you know.
That's actually a pretty good tool for the job, because what we saw from earlier from the, you know, Gold Lewis versus Baiken match, what we learned from that is that the Gold Lewis reversal super hits extremely high.
Oh, just out of the range from getting the full conversion there. Sierra was brilliant. Respecting Rygand's burst, and Rygand just wanted to hold on to it, but lost the opportunity to burst at the end of the set, at the end of the round rather.
I wonder if that was completely burst safe, but Sierra definitely made it as burst safe as imaginably possible.
I know the Behemoth Typhoons are, you know, completely disjointed, so as long as the burst would only hit the coffin, that would have not worked. But, you know, Rygand is like, okay, I can lose the last one. I can be, you know, unable to burst, but your burst is not gonna be good for much either as they go in. Oh no.
Good churn.
Well. Solid hit once again. Yeah, another potentially big conversion. Unfortunate drop, and now Sierra. Yeah, going for the proper gut skill combo.
Yo!
And 5H gets punished by the incoming Dolphin. Hey, Rygand not popping the round at the last minute.
Ooh, jump heavy, that could have potentially been really bad. Burst
the first bait! Yeah, a lot of Dolphin plus frames happening here, and I think Rygand is just going for a bit of a guessing scenario with the trying to force the guessing scenario with the new ability that May has on holding vertical Dolphin to, I think, potentially cross up. I don't know if that works in the corner, but if it does, that would be crazy amounts of mix-up potential.
Yeah, there definitely are scenarios where it can, but you know, I guess it's generally sort of like a pressure reset situation. It's if the opponent is ready though, you can definitely pull out your 6 heavy 6P, or just walk forward and make the Dolphin whiff. So it's partly a knowledge check for the opponent.
Look at that damage. You know, that's on Gold Lewis. It has a very large health pool, you know. A May's damage can never be underestimated.
That really goes to show how little it matters in Strive if you have, you know, high health, high guts, whatever. Because the damage in this game, especially by these high damage characters, is out of this world. Case in point. But you know, that 60% life there on Rygand's life bar ain't too comforting, to be honest. Oh my god, that could have potentially actually been a hit if Sierra managed to convert that.
Now, Sierra just being unable to do anything right now. Rygand's just calling all of the movement options out.
Wow,
yeah, just a 5B.
Good challenge. You know,
that's the unfortunate reality of Gold Lewis, is all of your really effective moves are on average slower than everything that your opponents can do.
Yo, the poke as an anti-air.
Oh, the 2K 2D, and now the drone in the corner. Thankfully for Rygand, it wasn't full level 3 drone, so it didn't last for so long and allowed Rygand to still try and contest and find their way out.
Wow, Rygand finding a lot of good abares. There we go, yeah, the up
solid
dolphin.
6 feet.
Oh, catches the backdash and has the 50 meter to convert.
Oh, that's
So close.
not death. Yeah, but it's so much damage. Any little stray hit here kills Sierra. But the minigun for the rescue, putting Rygand in the same scenario. Oh, and here comes the dolphin.
That time it actually ended up mattering that you are God Lewis. On a Pixie character that would have finished.
Yeah, essentially any other character in the game would have not survived that combo.
Even like, you know, the damage is high, but a lot of the time when you are the heavier character, you might be
Air
able to like,
Typhoon.
oh, 5 heavy as an anti-air, returning a 5 heavy. But
I'm surprised that hit.
How well does that 5 heavy from Gold Lewis convert though? I guess should go into Behemoth Typhoon, if nothing else.
Yeah, it at least gets one Behemoth Typhoon, and I'm actually not sure because we don't see that as a starter very often. It's not a button that is often used by Gold Lewis players. Look at that though, incorporated into the combo, did so much. And now on the reset, good slam. Oh, look at how scaled the combo is, and the minigun. Catching,
that was,
I think, that was a thing of backdash caught. Yeah.
that was kind of smart from Sierra Vice. That was like two flies with one swat. In the case that Rygand doesn't use FD, it's gonna chip, but if they're gonna backdash, it's also gonna catch. Yo, what a trade! Yeah, I can feel the need to burst there. That was a pretty good launch for Sierra. Oh, here we. I was like, here we see. What's it gonna go to? Nothing. Not quite as
Too heavy.
flexible as Mace.
Oh no, this is danger zone for Rygand. Oh wow, the way May is bouncing around from this combo.
That kind of looked like there was a lot of timing, delicate things that went into the
there was
combo.
definitely a lot of just knowledge that Sierra had to apply. A lot of just small adjustments on the fly to make that combo work. It was really cool to see.
May, far slash, why are you so good at anti-airing? Asking for a friend?
Yeah, that's a whole neutral in a button, for sure. May far slash in this game is a very nice button.
Ooh, actually close enough to go under.
Yeah, using just managing to crouch under the
Oh,
beach ball, and even go for a 2P just in case it catches anything.
God, that was a really weird situation. I think Sierra was not expecting that 5P to actually stuck Rygand into the wall. Was worried about the burst, but everything comes crashing down and Rygand steals the round. Oh, good
the
flash
flash
cancel.
into the 5P. Good, solid realization from Rygand, paying a lot of attention to what's going on. Yeah, and Sierra just bursting out of pressure.
That's not too bad. So Rygand moving, using the jump D and the sort of makeshift re-jumping capability of that button to sort of avoid the active frames of those drones. But in the end, Sierra Vice taking the 3rd point here.
First one to get the 3 points. It's being a very close set so far. I wonder if anyone's gonna pull ahead or if it's gonna continue like this.
Again, the really good presence of mind. Whenever the beach ball is thrown, you definitely want to be in a position to challenge. That is a very slow move to start up, but if you respect it, it's gonna be plus frames. Speaking of, from that distance, unless
Look
you're...
at how much at the edge of the Behemoth Typhoon that hit was. And now, oh, another difficult position to burst in. When you're flying around that much, you have to be very careful about if you press that burst button. And in general, Rygand is also, I think, trying to just save it for the next round and the jump slash.
A clumsier character wouldn't have been able to make that air dash from like full screen away, but...
Yeah, jump slash from Mei goes really far forward. Such a strong button for situations like that, or you need a little bit of extra distance to punish a move that's happening.
Nice! Ooh, ends up whiffing that air typhoon, and Rygand ready with the punish.
Oh, getting the overhead dolphin.
Nice air-to-air, keeping Sierra in the corner. Sierra has so much meter, has had for a while.
This is going to get the 5 heavy. Still, 50% just raw. And the 2K finds a hit, but Sierra doesn't get anything off of it. And gets punished. Rygand walks in, gets the round win.
Yeah,
and equals out the score.
Opting to cancel into that low, very short-hitting Typhoon that's very prone to whiffing. And I missed if Rygand used FD for that, but definitely on board for the punish afterwards. And now Rygand placing forward, getting the first wall break here and scoring a positive bonus. Yeah, immediately in a position to use it as well. This is kind of tough for Sierra. The question, are you gonna burst that combo or not? As a result, I think we're not gonna see burst for Sierra anymore. Yo, wait! Pulling off the 6-speed a little too early, and Rygand on the position to jump P to punish.
Yeah, and it did just enough damage to win the round, so it's optimal. And now Sierra going for gold burst, going for the winning place. 5H, catching a hit.
If something that single hit of 5 heavy does a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's for the best that it doesn't properly combo into much.
Oh, jump D! Might have been expecting backdash from Rygand.
And Rygand is going for the grab pressure now. Sierra really close to death here. And gets caught off by the force slash, unfortunately.
So the choices of Rygand's anti-airs here, you of course want to prevent Gold Luis from doing jump D freely. Mei, with her 6P not being like super good and too heavy being a little slow, we've seen a lot of those preemptive air-to-airs, jump Ps and what have you from Rygand, and they've been working out pretty well. Ooh, oh, nice! Intercepts the coming down of Rygand. And now, that 40% life ain't looking like much when you're being comboed by Gold Luis.
Oh, I wonder if Sierra could have gone for the, RC there and then gone still for the Behemoth Typhoon. I wonder if that would have been enough damage to kill here.
Or the super, because they did have the 100 meter.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant to say, the down with the system, not the
Typhoon. But maybe they didn't have time to glance at their meter and thought they only had the 50. Because it's a pretty decent supposition.
And the tight window, since the startup for down with the system is quite long.
Oh yeah.
And Rygand with the presence of mind to block that first. Gets another game win, bringing themselves up to 5 games.
I mean, that the RPS was pretty much set. If Sierra doesn't burst that combo, it's over. So it was only a matter of when do I burst once again. But Mei is definitely one of those characters who are kind of tricky to burst against. I guess if there are up dolphins in the combo, you can sort of start your burst during the up dolphin cancel. That usually does the job.
5H, yeah, especially before the changes that they made to how far up burst takes you. Mei was, always launched you just far enough in the air that the little boost upwards that you get after you burst would have led into unfortunate situations of not, you know, not hitting anything with your burst and just burst baiting yourself. And look at that damage. You know, just a few interactions and Rygand is just being able to pull away. Will this be a case of Rygand running away with a set, or is Sierra going to be able to pull back and find her momentum again? Sierra's been doing a lot with far slash, I've noticed. You know, Goldlewis' improved far slash that slightly steps him forward has given him a lot of options of high reward with punish moves. Yeah, it's just like that.
I'll stick and yeah,
Super.
baby.
And there's no way this doesn't kill. Yep. There goes Mei.
But here comes Mei as well. Let's see if Rygand can still keep increasing
look
their...
at that increased range of far slash. So good for Gold Lewis. Catching the startup of the drone just in time. Oh, and now we'll be carrying Sierra over to the corner.
Ooh, well
Solid
timed 6B.
6B against the far slash.
Just a complete momentum reversal. Rygand steals it back or resets it.
Oh,
but that
and
time-
now the 6B doesn't catch the 6H in time, but now this will punish the close slash.
50 meter available.
Oh no, this is danger, and the overhead typhoon finds a final hit.
I'm actually surprised that Rygand didn't end up going for the meter options there, because, you know, Gold Lewis, chip damage, and all that.
Oh, look at that 6H immediately throwing Rygand into the corner, but the Rygand just, you know, with the movement, with the jump and D escape, the prison break out of Gold Lewis corner pressure. Oh, okay, this is danger. Mei with 100 meter.
One of the most dangerous characters in the game, rivaling Nago with a 100 meter for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely one of those situations where if Sierra's not careful, this could just spell the end. Oh no! Oh. In solidarity to Rygand's unfortunate drop, Sierra throws out a gold burst.
Nice low. And of course, don't even have to ask it. Solid conversion from Rygand. Very few combos dropped. Maybe that one combo was the only one. Ooh, nice 6-5B.
Rygand's been incorporating the vertical dolphin a lot more than I've seen, you know, most Meis do. Definitely seems to be a thing that's making it harder to deal with. Like, you know, when you're so used to people who play as a character, playing her in this certain way, when the moment another dimension of play is added, it immediately completely changes how you have to think about the matchup.
And from another point of view, Sierra hasn't had like good responses against it, so Rygand should just, I guess, keep using it, because it
Oh yeah,
does bring...
that's a caught backdash. And another hit. Oh no! You were safe, and unfortunately that burst just too far away after the FD pushed Sierra.
This might be the advantage that Sierra needs to bring it even once again.
Yeah, it just needs one round. Yeah, Rygand avoiding the 6H and actually going in for a punish. Getting a meaty with their own 6H into a conversion.
Blessing in disguise, the wall already so damaged, allowing Sierra Vice to get out of it. But for how long? Rygand had the
Not
meter.
long enough.
Now Mei with that 50 meter ready to be burned is kind of dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. It's like Mei does a lot of like chippity chop small hits. Without the 50 meter, maybe like you get hit by a dolphin into plus frames, but with that 50, any one of those fast half screen covering dolphins is actually gonna go into a conversion.
Yeah, oh, really solid 6B from Sierra. Rygand here at set point, but Sierra's not just gonna give it away for free. Gets the jump dust hit in, canceling forward. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what was intended to be, but Minigun actually gets the kill, and Sierra gets the round advantage. By the way,
Conscious decision for Rygand to hold that burst and take it to the next round. And now,
getting the command grab once again.
does the overhit kiss not convert into combos anymore?
It can, I think in the corner it absolutely does, but in mid-screen it's a lot harder. We saw Rygand actually trying to get a hit, but it just doesn't go into that much, you know, especially compared to previous games' conversion ability off of it. Oh, look at that! Very cleanly throwing Rygand back into the wall, going in positive, and avoiding that 2H. Once again, far slash, just stealing the round.
Now it's do or die for Sierra. Ooh, footsies!
Desperately needs this round. And Rygand's just running in to try and go get the advantage that they need to just win here. Solid Air Typhoon finds a hit, forces the burst out of Rygand now. Oh, and another Air Typhoon gets a solid counter hit. Oh, and the disjoint beats 5H, and Sierra gets a 5th point, only one behind Rygand. This is definitely within the possibilities of a comeback.
A battle of gamers, one could say even battle of gamers. This is starting to look pretty tight. Rygand needs only one, Sierra 2, and they're both very hungry by the looks of it.
Already forced to burst Sierra. Ooh, that jump slash just at the edge.
Don't figure yourself into the drone.
Oh yeah, that's a consideration to take in, because the drone does not go away when Gold Boost is getting hit.
Again, whiff on the low, backwards hitting Typhoon. Rygand gets the
low slash. Fortunately for Sierra, it doesn't actually convert. Never mind. Another hit was all it took. But I was gonna say, yeah, that close slash didn't convert into the kill right away. Sierra had one final chance, but now, speaking of final chances, this could potentially be it. Rygand just needs to win this round to be done with the set.
Ooh, what an abare!
Oh wow, almost a conversion right into the wall, but the reset is potentially better since Rygand gets a little bit more unskilled damage until going for the wall break position reset. And I think this might be it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Jump BB. Rygand has done it once again.
Really solid set. Sierra put up a hell of a fight there, especially, you know, towards the end, trying to get the momentum back. But yeah, Rygand's just the proven warrior, proven champion here.
Yeah, pretty much congratulations for the new house win, because Rygand and his wife moved to a new place yesterday.
Oh,
so yeah.
You know, breaking in the new house with a win on the 1st to 7.
Hell yeah. So if you're looking for more May gaming, don't look any further. The other premium Finnish May player stepping in here is Zing. Against a newcomer, heyheylo Faust from Denmark. Really love to see fellow Nordics, especially like past Sweden, the Norwegians and the Danish people, a little less represented for sure. And this guy, if we look at the numbers, this looks like another super gamer. The first time
I've never heard about them.
Yeah, me neither. But according to the you know, the Glico ratings, this looks like this is a Faust destroyer. Gonna be curious to see how this one will go. I am, however, very concerned for heyheylo's well-being here, because I saw Zing post some really grimy corner carry combos on Faust earlier this this afternoon. Stuff that I've never seen before. If I would actually go apeshit if he manages to pull those conversions off in a real game, because supposedly those are extremely difficult. It's like looping dolphins, like getting a particular air hit and then like into dolphin, picking up 2k dolphin, 2k dolphin. Looks kind of cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that has to be a terrifying feeling. You know, you interact at all. Well, you know, your first interaction with whoever you might be playing against, or not first interaction, but you just go see their presence online, and you just see them already got some disgusting tech against your character, and you realize the kind of beast you're about to play against.
I think Zing overall is a little more tech-oriented player as well. If we were to like compare to Rygand, for example, you know, I played against Zing last night as well, and there's a lot of stuff that I just have never seen, and like I guess part of it is that Mei is not quite as represented this patch, but also because there is a lot of new stuff for Mei.
Already very interesting round start situation. Zing being able to get a very solid grab into then, you know, corner pressure into that wall break. Look at how much damage has already happened to heyheylo. You know, one hit away from death, but not giving up just yet. You know, miracles can happen. Solid 6p. Little banana, but doesn't manage to grab it.
Yeah, the undeniable fact that, you know, when Mei swings, she hits very much harder than Faust. Oh, I think Zing was actually looking for that new hit. I think if Faust backdashes and Zing gets 5k, they are gonna have an opportunity to go for the swag combo.
You'll have to point it out to me when we see it, because I'm really curious about this. I need to see it. Yeah. Oh, solid 5k hit. Yo, Faust 5k, I don't know how much you pay attention to Faust changes, but Faust 5k got so much love this patch. It used to not even hit the crouching opponents, now it does, and it's a much more consistent anti-air button. Oh
it's
yeah.
Really fitting considering how much of a god button that used to be in the past.
Yeah.
Whip! Killed again?
Okay. That was bizarre kill cam to see, but heyheylo actually managing to win. Yeah, the classic Faust combo of gold burst into item super.
Another thing to point out, look how heyhey has been, you know, jabbing those beach balls now almost every single time, like as if you were playing against Jacko. I didn't even know that you can jab the beach ball.
Me neither. Oh no, the unfortunate trumpet scenario. This is the biggest thing that I see Faust players complaining about, is you can be in an advantageous position, throw the trumpet, it just happens to land near your opponent that's recovering, and then the trumpet horde just goes against you. Betrayed by your own little guys.
Duel 1.
But that's how it is in the RNG character corner. Oh, okay, that was looking kind of dangerous, not getting that conversion. Oh, at the tail end, the 6 heavy actually connects. So doesn't have the 50 meters, so straight into the punish. Have to spend their burst. Now back into the careful neutraling, and careful is the word emphasized. Ooh!
Oh, solid run-up grab, punishing the 2H recovery. Or it wasn't actually a punish, but it was too fast for Zing to do anything else against it.
Yeah, it was basically enough frame advantage to call it
a
strike.
Look at that, comboing with a 6H off of the mini Faust hit.
That's gonna kill Riot. It's still a lot of damage, but
kills. That absolutely kills, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With the wall break. If we had another moment today of just both of us calling a kill, and it not being the case, I would be very shocked.
You know, I was very on verge of calling that a kill or not, but
Though it is very interesting that, you know, Faust 2P is one of the faster buttons in the game that reaches round start distance. You see, I think it's 3k from Zing actually clashing with it. We've seen it twice already.
yeah, that's actually like happens in a lot of matchups where you have to use like very strange buttons that you wouldn't necessarily use a lot of the time in round start. Wait a second! Is this gonna kill though?
This conversion?
This might not kill?
I don't think it does. Yeah. I've seen a lot of clips of my local Faust player not killing on those that I just never have any hope.
Alright, one apiece, and what stuff we've seen so far. It feels like eternity for these two games, but I guess it is the kind of 3D chess that you play as Faust players, that rounds and tend to take a little longer. To counterbalance that, you are against Mei though. Oh, very nice. The jump 2K actually comes out faster than the Dolphin, or perhaps hitting from the perfect angle. Switching positions with teleport.
Yeah, leaving the mini Faust out, actually getting the activation. Will the
Yo,
Faust...
what is this? These combos are nutty.
Well, this is...
Oh, just casual too
no.
heavy.
Just also, this is so tragic. There's so much effort put into what heyheylo was trying to do, and just the whale super just killing raw like that.
Yeah, that was just a simple too heavy into whale. I mean, that's a very damaging super, has always been. So, oh, what can we do with these in the corner? Get frame advantage at least. No. Oh, don't even need RC. Was that plus? I'm really bad at seeing how mix hits and when it's, you know, safe and when it's not. Uh-oh! Called on me right now. This is a disaster for heyhey.
And the overhead kiss, and it converts into the wall break and gets the kill. And Zing pulls ahead, open to 2 points, up to 2 points on the set. Still could go anywhere. These conversions off of heyheylo are insane.
Yeah, both of these players probably, I don't think, not a single combo dropped so far, and judging how this has gone so far, I don't expect to see a lot of combo drops either. Both seem to be very mechanically adept. Into the deep throw. What's it gonna be next? Set it up in fire. Ooh, Zing finds a pretty good spot to mash, but doesn't get them out. Able to nullify the Afro though, which was the most important part. Oh, incoming hammer! It's still get active hitbox! Just wait, does the hammer actually, after bouncing on the ground, it's still active, right?
Yeah, it has a little bit more active frames on the rebounds that it can still, you know, damage and launch for a bit, so it's very dangerous to approach even when it's just on the air, and it might seem like it's just disappearing, and it's just an animation.
Yeah, that tool is just a legit fireball, covering your space for. Ooh!
Oh, Zing actually getting hit by the bomb. The bouncing hair bounces just too low to hit on the air approach, but heyheylo now trying to go for the approach, gets punished on the whiff command grab.
I have a really good read on the throws. Oh, speaking of
good reads of the throws, exactly.
Oh, how's the bomb gonna bounce?
Oh no, trying to put themselves in the fishing reel animation to not have to deal with the bomb.
Oh, what a snipe! Another one.
Oh wow, if that 6H had hit, but still the RC into the 6P to get the Dolphin. Really solid awareness from heyheylo. And awareness is the name of the game when you're playing Faust. That's the biggest thing that you need.
Case in point, heyheylo had to abort their own combo because the item they threw out there in the left corner was a bomb. So here comes the Afro May. Don't be scared now. Ooh, the color is gold, and here come the items. Very good response from Zing,
Dodging the meteors and falls down against the banana peel mid combo.
Everything at the kitchen sink working against Zing.
Oh, once again, the trumpet. Yeah, trumpet thrown to your opponent. Oh, tragedy. Oh, it's solid grab.
Trying to snipe with jump. Heavy, there we go, 5k. That's such a good button at catching not only mashes but backdashes. And it cancels into a lot of good stuff as well. Like 5k into 5 heavy is a thing at certain ranges. Oh, that definitely was a jump D on the way up. Ends up costing heyheylo a little bit of life here. Oh, the frame traps that Zing very much loves.
Oh, there's a banana peel there. Oh no, the combo. The combo making use of the banana peel. Zing is just benefiting so much from these item tosses. It's so unfortunate to see. heyheylo here just going fishing at 1 health, trying their hardest to just find something to not just die. And there's the jump slash.
Perfect distance. It's like, was jumping forward, that was the most defensive jump forward I've ever seen. There was very little momentum. Zing just as if being a brick wall of red color, disallowing any buttons other than
jump to H.
No meter to convert here, so heyheylo still gets to live a couple more seconds, but
oh no! Unfortunate burst. Zing spots the startup during the RC slowdown and just gets the round win.
May's favorite
trade.
starter, opponent's whiffed burst.
There's a...
Oh, that's so tricky.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, you can see there was a 5p, but not much after. I think outside of the corner, you really don't get much off of overhead hits.
If you're looking at how Zing structures their offense, their pressure just seems so unorthodox. It's really hard for me to personally keep up. Or maybe I just haven't gotten used to, you know, go to May pressure that much on high level. It's like a lot of these buttons that we don't necessarily expect to see all too often, like a lot of 5Ps, a lot of 5Ks that work out so well.
Solid conversion now from heyheylo, actually getting that wall break. Yeah, just walking back. And just throwing the whale and then going for the cross up. That's some grimy tech right there.
It was extremely expensive, but probably very justifiable.
If it gets you the win, it's optimal.
Yeah, and that's because you had the positive bonus. You were probably gonna build 50 meter off that mix-up follow-up situation.
Once again, the Horde going against Faust.
Look at that! Just standing there waiting for heyheylo to whip a button. Zing is so scary on offense.
Yeah, but now there's the meteors getting the guard crush. heyheylo actually has the afro here to go for some cool head toss shenanigans. I think you can actually do some Oki off of this, potentially. Yeah, there it is. Zing just jumps over it. Now we'll be sending heyheylo to the edge.
Oh no. Imminent steal attempt.
Oh,
it's
and that
successful.
just kills.
6 heavy just reaching into the pocket of heyheylo and grabbing all of their money. Alright, the momentum burst. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that burst kinda had to happen, but is heyheylo dead here? Not quite. But this is a massive combo. And Zing will get a mix-up opportunity for their troubles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the classic.
5H closes it off. Zing going up 5 points. heyheylo now with a 3 game deficit.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
It's looking bleak for Faust.
Yeah, heyheylo will have to come up with something good here. The general game plan is working, but I think we just need hits. Ooh, that's Puppy again.
Yo. You just have to toss better items. I don't know, just get lucky.
Honestly, maybe, yeah. Maybe that's the thing that heyheylo needs. And
We've seen some very unfortunate round losses too, those, you know, trumpet pulls that just do away with advantageous positions. So
but not to
it
take
might
anything,
unironically be the problem.
Not to take anything from Zing. Look at how I think heyheylo hasn't managed to land like maybe one command grab during this set. Zing is just so active on the jump outs.
Does this kill? It does. Okay, but there's hope. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take away any respect out of Zin. You know, Zin still needs to kind of observe a lot of the, you know, item tosses that can go their way and then convert off of them, which takes knowledge to do.
Any good
solid
items?
Oh, and the hammer stopping the pressure, but once again, a horde hits heyheylo out.
Conversion. Oh, wait, okay.
Try to go for the cross up.
Zing knows! Zing has the knowledge! Gets the punish, a small one albeit.
Yeah, and this is what I meant, is it's not necessarily that, you know, heyheylo's just losing to bad items alone, it's that Zing has the matchup knowledge to see an item that can go in their advantage, and then takes all of the advantage, takes all of the potential for it. You know, converting off of a horde when you're not the one playing Faust takes a lot of playtime, takes a lot of knowledge.
The real 200 IQ plays. Oh, or at least gets the burst off this time. Tries to run under Zing, but no dice. Yep, there's a punish. Mix.
Punish on Mix.
A little too high. And what's it gonna be? Empty low. Really scary command grab characters. You can't even throw them on the land because they might be going for an overhead kiss.
Speaking of command grab characters, solid 5D. But yeah, just a regular grab back into the corner, and heyheylo gets hit by the frame trap on the dolphin.
Oh man, Zing just relentless.
Nullified by the burst. Yeah, Zing just wants to keep this pressure going. Look at all that risk. Look at the chip damage. There's no way. Never mind. Actually, there is a way. There was burst. I forgot to account for that. But there would have been no way that heyheylo was coming out of that combo alive. So yes, that was a necessary burst.
Ooh, that's smart. You, heyheylo.
heyheylo, with one final chance, doesn't have the super to make this a hard knockdown, but is one hit away from going into set point for Zing.
Oh! There's still
Goes
a
for
chance.
the safe mix, but a one unsafe mix is all it takes with a 5B able to punish. Zing goes up to 6 points. heyheylo still fighting an uphill battle.
I blinked and I missed it. I think one of those, like, heyheylo backdashed to the round start position, was able to get into a very nice opportunity to get a whip punish, but I think one of those combos was...
Oof, that was an unfortunate miss on the 6B. Yeah, just playing it safe, going for the little ankle hits with 2P. Tries to go under the beach ball, but doesn't quite get it.
Oh no!
Gets slowed down and hit out of the air.
That one place where heyheylo wants to avoid being at all costs.
And attempts a wake-up grab. Gets punished for it.
I
by
swear,
Zing's own grab.
every single round that heyheylo gets pushed into the corner, Zing just takes the round with such high accuracy. They just need to play the real estate game here as best as they can. Whoa, that jump 2K, wait, it went the wrong way!
Oof. A lot of damage now, and Zing was really close to just, you know, ending the set. heyheylo with just about one final chance to get it here now. Gets a solid command grab, still has a burst to get through, but you know, Zing is not that likely to use it unless they just want to go for the win guaranteed on this.
God
Gets
damn.
heyheylo's burst out of the way, jump heavy, finds a hit.
Oh, oh, it's exploding after the gold burst. The two-piece. Oh my goodness, the trade.
Ooh, the
heyheylo can't
trades.
afford the trade anymore. Which side? Oh!
Command grab? And it takes a round. Okay,
Coming through
okay.
at the most important of moments, finally landing a command grab.
So tense. heyheylo really is trying their hardest, going to the very end here. Grabs the trumpet this time. Two hammers are thrown out. This is an omen of good luck. The wall bounce, get the conversion, throws Zing over into the corner. Oh no!
Jump
But it's
out of
fine. Avoids getting punished. That's a lot of damage.
Alright, heyheylo
It's looking
in a
up.
pretty decent position to live here. However, Zing has meter. And you know what they say about May damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But yeah, okay. 6B finds a hit. House 6B, the beloved button.
Okay. It just...
Our hearts need rest. Oh, solid hammer conversion, forcing the burst right away out of Zing. Oh, the glow slash. Okay, heyheylo does not want to be taking Zing prisoner, is just going on the offensive. Solid RRC hit after jump 2K, and gets the kill.
Yo, exactly the kind of round that heyheylo needed. Those were some pretty decent items for the occasion. Not the best ones, but still pretty good. Oh, starting up the round just as they started the previous one.
Ooh, and a completely different conversion also. Getting 50% of base health just out of the way. Now this is completely playable. Unfortunately, the jump S does a fair amount of damage. Thankfully, Zing isn't able to convert off of it, but that same cannot be said for this situation. heyheylo finding the burstable hit, goes for the item super, forcing Zing to block all of these items.
There was a lot of corner push, but no conversion afterwards. Yo, the deep dash seeds the back dash. Zing. Oh,
And jump to H! Blocks predicting the cross-up, I think, and gets hit by the
It really looked like a
ambiguous
cross-up as well. I was blocking the wrong way. Has to respect the bomb. Yo, doesn't have to if they get the throw. Another one. Yo, Zing is looking to end this right here.
And it could very well end in any move. Oh, thankfully, Zing isn't able to use the super there to finish it off. Now heyheylo just needs a very solid sequence. Zing has a full bar of meter. If they get the chance to use it, it could be tragedy for heyheylo.
Oh,
And there it is, the bonk.
tried to go for the PRC to save themselves, but Zing already queued up the jump slash. The very potent button from May, and the anti-air doesn't get there in time for heyheylo.
You know, very good showing from heyheylo though. The fortitude to keep going when it was almost finished, and just almost being able to catch up, putting in a lot of work, showing a lot of cool Faust conversions, and Zing obviously doing some really good work and showing a lot of, you know, specific things that you can do when you're playing against Faust, which is also really impressive.
And hey, this is basically heyheylo coming from obscurity. I'm sorry if I have missed heyheylo performing well on weekly tournaments. I just haven't seen them before, and this is a very, very, you know, worthy performance for the first time we, you know, see them play on screen. Because you know, it is a feat being able to go pretty much almost toe to toe with Zing, who's a nutty gamer themselves. So
it's absolutely just a really good showing. Hopefully we get to see more of them, because I try to watch more of the EMEA Circle tournaments that happen, and I've never seen heyheylo around. I've never noticed them show up much on stream. So hopefully that changes.
All right, that was a pretty decent week, and as per usual, next week same thing, same time, 5 p.m. CEST. If you want to play, the sign-up forms will be posted in a lot of different Strive Discords. You can, for example, join mine on the bottom right corner of the screen. Sign up with the character of your choice. We'll pick you a matchup of your respective skill level. Whew. Any closing thoughts, shout outs to your own stuff you want to do, Lerkuss?
I mean, mainly just, I guess if you want to follow me on Twitter. That's the main place to find me and the stuff I do, either whenever I'm casting something or just my art. So that's, Lerkuss_art, just like my Twitch name. Thank you for having me and for hosting this, kyuukei.
Hell yeah.
It's always a pleasure being around, always a pleasure seeing bounty hunters happen. Even if I was out for a few weeks, not able to watch, I'm excited to be back.
All right, where am I gonna dump our viewers? Let's...
Is the EMEA channel live now? Because there's Olympus starting soon. That's gonna be a fun one to watch.
I don't see it live just yet. But it is gonna be happening at... If I get... It's EMEA... Is it underscore FGC or... Oh wait, is it... Let me see. EMEA FGC, yeah, that's the one. So Olympus gonna start in just
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And both Deknud and Gamma are actually involved in organizing that. So they were here earlier. Shoutouts to them. They put in a lot of work to do some cool stuff for the community. So yeah, I'll probably have that on in the background while I do other stuff.
Actually, I can just raid on an empty channel. You better leave this on the background because it's gonna be starting soon.
Hell yeah!
So
it's a really cool event. Really cool thing to see.
Yeah, good hustle. I myself commentated on Olympus. Was it last week? Or
it was on last week. I saw the notification, but I was still lost in the UK and wasn't able to catch it. I think it was actually when I was flying that Olympus was happening.
All right, so see you there, gamers. This is...
See you, everyone. Thank you for coming and watching.
Farewell.